According to statistics from the American Institute of Nutrition and Aging, up to 73% of people over the age of 60 are using dietary supplements or following a healthy eating plan. But what is concerning is that nearly half of them do not realize that some familiar foods are silently speeding up the aging process. You might be eating something you believe is good, but in reality, it could be increasing visceral fat, weakening your memory, or even making it harder to sleep while causing frequent leg cramps at night. Have you ever wondered why some people in their 60s still have flexible bodies, bright and healthy faces, and the same vibrant spirit they had in their 40s? Tom Cruise, the famous action movie actor, is a perfect example. At 62, he not only stays in great shape, but also performs his own stunts without a double. His secret does not lie in supplements, but in the way he chooses his foods every day. In today's video, we will explore 3 types of foods that Tom always avoids, 5 meals that help him recover quickly and stay fit, and 4 golden rules for healthy living that anyone over 60 can follow. If you care about your health as you age, stay with us and do not look away from this video. So where does the secret begin? Before adding any new foods to his diet, Tom Cruise first chose to eliminate the things that were silently weakening his body. And these are the 3 foods he always avoids, even just once a day. 1. Refined sugar. Among all the things that can quickly weaken the body, refined sugar is always at the top of the list that Tom Cruise strictly avoids. There are no sweet candies in his bag, no soda in his resting room, and even energy gels used during high-altitude filming are completely ruled out. The reason is actually very simple. Sugar slows down reflexes, blurs memory, and increases inflammation in the nervous system. For scenes that require jumping from one building to another, even a single second of lost focus could pose a major risk. For people over the age of 60, sugar does not only raise blood sugar levels, but also quietly disrupts sleep, causes fatigue after meals, and often leads to weight gain around the belly and difficulty controlling emotions. According to a report from Harvard Health Publishing, excessive sugar intake is linked to shrinkage of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and spatial orientation. This explains why the older we get, the easier it is to forget and to feel disoriented when the living environment changes. Tom Cruise chooses to replace sweet treats with a handful of blueberries or a piece of 70% dark chocolate, just enough to satisfy a craving without disturbing blood sugar levels. If you often feel foggy after lunch or struggle with sleep at night, try cutting sugar for 1 week. You might be surprised by the difference. 2. Fast carbohydrates. It is not just sugar that disrupts the body. Fast digesting carbohydrates are also one of the main reasons why Tom Cruise says no to many familiar foods such as white bread, pasta, crackers, or pastries. These foods have a high glycemic index, which means that after eating them, your blood sugar spikes rapidly and then drops just as quickly. This sudden change can make you feel drained, sleepy, or lacking in energy. For people over the age of 60, such fluctuations in blood sugar increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, cause more visceral fat to build up, and reduce alertness throughout the rest of the day. Many people complain that after having bread and coffee for breakfast, they feel heavy-headed and sluggish for the whole morning. This is a common sign that the body is not receiving a steady source of energy. According to research from the Tufts University Nutrition Center, frequently consuming simple carbohydrates increases the risk of belly fat and early cognitive decline by up to 30% in older adults. Instead of fast carbs, Tom Cruise chooses carbohydrates from vegetables, legumes, or rolled oats. These provide a slow release of energy and do not cause major spikes in blood sugar. If you often feel tired after meals or get sleepy before evening, try gradually cutting down on white bread and replacing it with sweet potatoes or steamed vegetables. 3. Fried foods. One of Tom Cruise's lesser-known secrets is that he always avoids fried foods, even when they are favorites among the film crew. Oils heated at high temperatures oxidize fats, creating inflammatory compounds that damage the liver and break down cells over time. When filming scenes in front of 8K resolution cameras, even a slightly swollen face from salty or greasy food can make the image appear less sharp. But what is more concerning is that for people over the age of 60, fried foods not only contribute to weight gain, but also lead to fatty liver, higher blood pressure, and slower recovery from fatigue or minor illness. Many seniors tend to choose fried dishes because they are easy to eat, crispy, and tasty, but this is actually a nutritional trap that prolongs silent inflammation in the body. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people who eat fried foods more than 4 times per week have a 28% higher risk of stroke compared to those who eat them less often. Tom Cruise has shared that if there is no suitable meal option on set, he would rather skip a meal and wait for something steamed or low-temperature roasted than eat a piece of hot fried chicken. If you have a habit of eating fried food in the evening, try replacing it with boiled vegetables or steamed fish for just 1 week. You may notice a lighter stomach, deeper sleep, and visibly clearer skin. After eliminating inflammatory foods that weaken the body, the next important step is to choose the right meals that can nourish your cells, restore muscles, and keep your mind alert throughout the day. And that is exactly what Tom Cruise has maintained for over 20 years, with 5 familiar meals that help him stay flexible and youthful, even at the age of 62. 1. Slow roasted salmon. Tom Cruise begins his day or ends his evening with a serving of slow roasted salmon, a simple but deeply restorative dish. No frying, no heavy sauces. He chooses wild caught salmon, lightly marinated with olive oil and a pinch of mineral salt, then roasted at a low temperature. This cooking method preserves the full amount of omega-3s, around 2,000 milligrams per 100 grams of salmon, a healthy fat that reduces inflammation, improves heart function, and supports muscle tissue recovery after physical activity. In addition, salmon is rich in vitamin D, B12, and easily digestible protein, which is ideal for older adults with sensitive digestion. According to research from McMaster University, eating fatty fish twice a week can reduce the risk of heart attacks by up to 21% in people over 60. For Tom, salmon is not just a source of steady energy, but also a companion through every intense schedule. If you are concerned about your knees, heart, or often feel drained after light activity, try adding this fish to your dinner at least twice a week. 2. Blueberries. If you have ever thought that only supplements can support memory, just take a look at Tom Cruise's jacket pocket, where you will always find a handful of fresh blueberries as an essential snack, not overly sweet like candy, and without the blood sugar spikes caused by juice. Blueberries offer a gentle flavor along with a wide range of natural antioxidants, especially anthocyanins. These deep purple pigments have been proven to protect nerve cells, reduce brain oxidation, and improve short-term memory, especially in older adults. According to research from the Tufts University Nutrition Center, people over the age of 60 who ate half a cup of blueberries every day for 12 weeks showed significant improvements in memory test scores compared to those who did not. Tom often enjoys blueberries after lunch or during breaks between scenes. It is a simple yet smart replacement for sugary desserts. If you tend to forget your keys, mix up names, or feel mentally foggy in the afternoon, start with just a handful of blueberries each day. 3. Dark leafy greens. It is no coincidence that every main meal Tom Cruise eats includes a portion of dark leafy greens, washed and stored in a cooling pouch, from spinach and arugula to broccoli and beet greens. These vegetables are not only rich in fiber, but also loaded with natural nitrates, folate, and vitamin K. All of these are essential ingredients for a healthy circulatory system. Nitrates help blood vessels expand naturally, regulate heart rate, and increase oxygen flow to the limbs and brain. This leads to better endurance and longer-lasting mental clarity. According to the Journal of the American College of Medical Directors, people who eat dark leafy greens daily have a 20% lower risk of stroke compared to those who do not. For people over 60, these benefits can be seen through better sleep, a clearer mind, and less numbness in the hands and feet. Tom often makes vegetables the main dish, paired with olive oil and a bit of white fish. If you are taking blood pressure medication or often feel tired when changing positions, try adding leafy greens to every meal. Your body will respond within just a few days. 4. Whole nuts. When it comes to natural supplements, Tom Cruise always chooses whole nuts like almonds, walnuts, and Brazil nuts instead of synthetic pills. Just a small handful at a time, but packed with healthy fats, plant-based protein, magnesium, and selenium nutrients that play a key role in stabilizing blood sugar, improving memory, and protecting heart health. Selenium in Brazil nuts supports thyroid function and the immune system. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, which helps protect nerve cells. Walnuts are well known for reducing inflammation and improving blood vessel flexibility. According to the American Heart Association, eating about 30 grams of nuts each day helps lower the risk of heart disease and manage cholesterol more effectively than some medications. Tom uses nuts as a snack between filming sessions, helping him maintain energy without gaining weight. No cooking needed, no complicated storage. This is a fast but clean food for busy people. If you often feel tired in the afternoon, try replacing cookies with a handful of nuts. Your body will thank you. 5. Low temperature roasted vegetables. There is something special about Tom Cruise's dinners. They always include a serving of slow roasted vegetables, colorful, mildly fragrant, and naturally sweet. Tomatoes, ginger, beets, and bell peppers are among his favorites, roasted at a low temperature to preserve as many vitamins and beneficial compounds as possible. Slow roasted vegetables retain vitamin C, lycopene, and polyphenols, which help fight oxidation, reduce joint inflammation, improve heart function, and boost circulation, especially helpful for people who often experience cold hands and feet. This cooking method also makes vegetables easier to digest and prevents bloating and sleep discomfort, which are common issues for older adults after dinner, according to research from the Harvard School of Public Health. Cooking tomatoes at low temperatures increases the absorption of lycopene by up to 3 times. Lycopene is a key compound in protecting blood vessels and preventing heart disease. If you find boiled vegetables too bland, try switching to slow roasting with an air fryer or mini oven. It is tasty, nourishing, and does not take much time. Principle number 1. Eat smaller meals instead of getting too full. When you are younger, you might be able to eat one large meal and stay active all day. But after age 60, eating that way can leave you feeling tired, bloated, and sleepy after meals. Tom Cruise chooses to divide his meals into smaller portions: a light breakfast, a handful of nuts mid-morning, vegetables and fish at lunch, fruit in the afternoon, and a simple dinner before stopping food intake by 8 p.m. The reason is clear. Eating small but steady meals helps keep blood sugar stable, digestion light, and energy levels consistent throughout the day. The body does not get overloaded, nor does it crash into hunger and poor focus. If you often feel tired or struggle with sleep, try splitting your main meal into two smaller ones, spaced 2 to 3 hours apart. You may be surprised by how gently and clearly your body responds. Principle number 2, train for flexibility, not for big muscles. Tom Cruise still performs action scenes at the age of 62, not because of massive muscles, but thanks to flexibility, balance, and excellent control over movement. Instead of lifting heavy weights, he focuses on joint mobility, light planks, squats, walking, and climbing stairs. For older adults, the goal is not to have big arms or six-pack abs. What truly matters is having good balance, avoiding falls, and being able to move quickly when turning. Stepping up or rising from a chair, a few movements each day, such as raising your arms overhead, rotating your wrists slowly, or stretching your legs while sitting, can greatly improve flexibility. You do not need to go to a gym, just keep your body moving gently each day, and it will stay ready for life's surprises. Principle number 3, cook at low temperatures to preserve nutrients. Cooking might seem simple, but it has a major impact on nutritional value. Tom Cruise prefers slow roasting, steaming, or quick boiling instead of frying or grilling over open flames. That is because high heat can destroy vitamin C, B1, and antioxidants, while charred foods may create compounds that trigger inflammation or affect liver function. For older adults, the digestive and absorption systems are not as strong as before, so preserving nutrients in food becomes even more important. You can start by steaming vegetables for 5 minutes instead of stir-frying with oil, or try roasting fish at a low temperature, about 140 degrees Celsius, for 15 minutes instead of deep frying. This simple cooking method is not only easy to follow, but also helps make meals lighter, more nourishing, and better for your joints and immune system. Principle number 4, stay consistent without overdoing it. You do not need to run 10 kilometers or lift heavy weights. Tom Cruise exercises for about 45 minutes a day, 5 days a week. The key is consistency. He never skips a session, even when feeling slightly tired or when facing a packed work schedule. For older adults, recovery takes longer. So gentle and regular activity every day is far more effective than doing intense workouts and then resting for several days. Walking for 15 minutes after meals, practicing deep breathing in the morning, or doing 10 sit-to-stand motions each afternoon. These are all small actions with big benefits. According to health experts in the United States, just 150 minutes of moderate activity per week is enough to improve heart health, mental clarity, and reduce the risk of chronic illness. You do not need to do too much. What matters is staying consistent and repeating the routine. That is what leads to lasting results. Turning 60 is not a finish line. It is the moment when your body needs to be cared for in a smarter and gentler way. Looking at Tom Cruise at age 62, still running, still climbing, still performing dangerous stunts without a double, we can clearly see one thing. Staying healthy in later life does not require a fancy gym or a strict diet. It only takes the right choices in each meal and daily routine. We have explored the 3 types of foods he completely avoids to protect his liver, memory, and blood vessels. You also learned about 5 simple meals he eats every day to restore strength, reduce inflammation, and improve brain circulation. Most importantly, Tom Cruise does not try to change everything all at once. He simply focuses on 4 small principles that bring long-lasting results: eating light and steady, moving within his limits, cooking simply, and staying consistent every day. You do not have to change your entire life to become healthier. Just start with one small step, like cutting back on oily foods at dinner. adding a handful of greens to your lunch, or getting up for a short walk after sitting for a long time. These small changes are the key to a lighter body, a clearer mind, and deeper sleep with each passing day. If you found today's content helpful, do not forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Which foods on this list are part of your daily routine? Leave a comment so we can hear from you and continue walking this journey together.